Hey, Cle.
What's up, Narika?
Nothing much. I'm so glad that you joined us.
And no problem. Thanks for the glass. That's real nice. Cle15th.
Yeah, we gotta let everybody know whose glass is who. We don't want anybody getting anything confused.
You did. Corona shit.
So we're gonna start off by you telling everybody who Mr. Cle15th is. Who is Cle15th and how did that name come about?
Cle15th. Man, Cle15th was established in 1994.
Back in New Orleans.
Yeah, in the city. Old Perry Walker. It was three of us used to hang together. Me, Truck, and Craig. Truck was from out in the green, Craig was from the cutoff. So it was three of us used to hang together, and I gave them names at first. So I called Truck.
All three of them.
Since he was out in the green, OG Truck. Craig was from the cutoff. I called him CO Craig. And then they came up with the name Cle15 for me.
And it just kind of stuck because I think it's a staple now.
Yeah,
here
it
in
stuck,
Houston.
and it just stuck in between us. Like nobody knew that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how that came about.
And how did you get your start at New Orleans Daiquiri Bar and Grill here in Houston?
How did I get my start?
As far as your following, because it seems like you just opened a business and it was
Like,
just
boom,
jam packed.
up.
Yeah, so it had to start somewhere.
Yeah. Basically, when you're a good person and doing what it is that you're supposed to do, and you create a steady foundation and a strong following, then going into businesses like that or whatever, though, people gonna follow you. Good people and the bad people. So my start came from really like on a block party scene. Okay. It was more like Fondren and Braeswood that they already had that shit going on. Mm-hmm. So I used to go out there. I was the nigga that was in the back of my truck selling red beans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And cups of daiquiri, cause my little nigga Mo Wine, he used to make the daiquiris in the gallon. So I used to buy them from him, and then I used to sell $5 cups of daiquiri out my truck. So that's how that shit started. And then the block party got shut down. And then I took the block party and brought it inside to a pool hall. So that was the foundation of my whole following doing the daiquiri shop years later. Because I never wanted to do a daiquiri shop, I wanted to do a sports bar. But, it was the daiquiri shop, ball came about, so, I let it go. That was supposed to really happen in 2006. Okay. But I had a couple of setbacks, so.
Okay, but nevertheless, you're still moving forward.
Right.
I remember seeing your face on the scene at the Blue Door. What was your affiliation with the Blue Door?
Blue Door. So like when the block party went to Sticks, we brought it indoors. We did our thing at Sticks, and then Gregory D and Kilo came to Sticks to get me for a meeting with the owner of the Blue Door, who was Mike. Okay. And that's how that came about. So we met and everything. We got some business situated, and then actually, I wind up going to the Blue Door on a Halloween. So it's like the crowd didn't know. So I brought the crowd to Sticks, and for a Halloween party or whatever. And then Dougie was the DJ, so he ran a commercial that Gregory D did, and it was like we leaving Sticks, going to the Blue Door. So like it shit just happened like boom. Everybody just left Sticks and followed me to the Blue Door, and then we started the Blue Door on a Halloween.
Wow.
Yep.
So I must say, from what I've seen, your promotional skills are very good. You can definitely draw a crowd. Let's talk about New Orleans, because I think both of us being from New Orleans, you have a lot of New Orleans roots and things like that. What is your take on what's going on in the hip hop industry and the music scene in New Orleans now after Katrina and while we're going through this pandemic?
I think it's sad. It's like New Orleans is wishy-washy, you know. I feel for the artists down there because we have a lot of great talent in the city that, you know, we don't acknowledge until somebody leave and get blow up on outside the city. Then we want to be like, oh, they're from the city or whatever. I feel like if we got, you know, strong talent like that on top of just singers and actors and actresses and rappers, comedians, like we should acknowledge and pay respect to one another in the city better than what we do. You know, we all looking to do the same thing at the end of the day for us, like, you know, get this money, make the people happy, you know what I'm saying, and take care of our family. So like, why not like create some kind of strategy amongst each other to be able to do that, you know, instead of being at each other next, you know. So even before the pandemic, it's like it's like the city been in the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? Just based on how we is with each other, which don't make no sense at the end of the day. So it's like, I can't even base nothing on Katrina and the coronavirus, you know what I'm saying? Because we are a virus amongst ourselves, and that's how I feel.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. So how do you feel about, because you're somebody that seems to have a lot of influence and connections in the city because you bring so many people from the city to your establishment, and it draws a crowd every time. So I feel that your affiliations and your connections are intact. So having said that, how do you feel about the way the city, the radio DJs promote things in the city? Do you think they're doing a good enough job of that?
That shit political. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody want to talk about it, but, you know, and that's the problem I got. Like, when people speaking on shit and they half-ass speak, like, you got to speak on that shit, go with it. You know what I'm saying? That shit political, man. It's all about, like, who you gonna kiss ass to, this, that, or the other. They feel that they gonna fuck with you a certain kind of way, you know what I'm saying, based on just showing love to these artists that's in the city or whatever. That shit ain't just happening like that. It's a lot of shit behind the scenes going on, you know, that they're not gonna talk about, they're not gonna say it. But the real is the shit political. If you're not in that circle, then you really just assed out.
Wow. Speaking on things that people are afraid to talk about, when we come back, we're going to talk to Cle15th about the quote-unquote unspoken beef with Bourbon Street Daiquiris. We're going to hear his take as a businessman and a business owner on what he has to say about the street talk about that. We'll be right back. All right, Cle. Cheers. How was that meal? Cle's favorite meal, guys, is simply baked chicken wings. It's got to be wings, corn and rice, but whole corn and cream style corn. The combination of the two. So how was your meal?
They're delicious, like always.
Awesome.
Narika, the best celebrity chef.
Y'all heard that first from Cle right there. And Cle orders food for me. I do pans of food for them to take home. I do food when he's just at his establishment.
That damn okra was good too.
Yeah, the okra that he wanted mild. He likes mild food, guys. So good.
All that spicy shit, I'm getting old. Gotta watch that blood pressure.
Oh Lord. Oh
Lord. Blood pressure problem. You know what I mean?
Okay, so back to where we left off at. I think I wanted to talk to you about the rumors in the streets here in Houston that there's an ongoing beef between you and Bourbon Street Daiquiris. What's the scoop on that? Since you did give me permission to do all topics, there was nothing off limits that you wanted to discuss. So I would like to know what's the deal with that situation?
I don't beef. That's number one. Number two, it's not a beef. some things be misunderstood, and then, as, grown adults or whatever, you gotta, iron some shit out or whatever. But it's the people at the end of the day, if that makes sense. Like, it's the people that follow us, and not everybody, but it's the people that play a big role in that for us, like keeping a feud in between, the businesses. You know what I'm saying? Which is ridiculous, because we both doing the same thing. We both bring, a flavor of New Orleans to Houston, and really, like, at the end of the day, we all they got. You know what I'm saying? For us, entertainment and, food and drink wise or whatever. But that's been discussed, that people don't know things happen behind the scenes and have discussions, sit downs and stuff like that. And shit, we really on the same page.
Awesome.
We don't have no problem, in the future, hopefully in the near future, after all this virus and all that shit or whatever blow over, we gonna be coming together doing some events together and stuff like that in the near future. But that's the talk we done already had. So, people not aware of that. So, and it ain't even to make them aware of it, because it's not their business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of the whole situation. So it's to really just put it in their face, and then they'll be at ease when they see it, hopefully.
Okay, so it's safe to say that basically what I'm inquiring about is just street talk.
Yeah, it's street talk.
It holds no weight.
You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? It's more like people be wanting to see a feud, and then when something happens, it's like, oh, they down bad, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why create that kind of monster in between, people? Why do that? It don't even make no sense, because if something happen one way or another, it's going to be senseless.
Right.
So. But we good. We truce.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that, because as a people, we need to be united. As you said, you both are from New Orleans. You're both bringing a taste of New Orleans here.
Yeah.
And you're doing your thing. You're doing well. I'm happy to know that.
I appreciate it.
That situation is rectified. Looking back on your roots, and how's the cocktail, by the way?
It's good.
We did a watermelon vodka cocktail for somebody who does not really drink that
at all.
And it's amazing.
Especially like I feel like a whole wine around here. Fucking 1:30 and shit.
Look, it's early in the daytime. He's sipping on a cocktail. But that's how it is here on the set of cocktails, cooking,
cheers to success. Cheers to the future.
Period. Boss moves. Boss moves. International Boss Day is coming up this Friday.
Yeah.
So
might not be in town though.
I know.
Got a funeral, man. Had a little something go on in the city.
As usual.
Man, bro.
My condolences.
I appreciate that.
So back to my original question, the Cle15th. Where I know that the Cle part comes from your government name,
right?
But the 15th,
it's four parts to my government name.
Where does it stem from?
15 come from Algiers.
Okay.
Born and raised in Algiers. 1.5. The 15th, and I stand behind it because we struggle. You know what I'm saying? To be acknowledged.
Across the river.
Across the river.
Yeah.
That's Orleans Parish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We hold just as much weight as anybody else in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I do it for, I guess I'm like an OG now. I'm about to be 45 in like a couple of months, you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, he look good for his age, y'all.
Anything, little song, but I do it for, everybody come behind me. And just stand on where you're from. Be proud of where you're from. Shit, Joe Black made a strong song coming out of Algiers, because it really ain't about where you're from, it's about what's in your heart. So really, like, it's pussy all over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what project, what hood, if that shit ain't in your heart, that's just where it's at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So stop portraying images and doing this and go and get this to be like this and look like that or whatever. Do it. Follow your heart.
Right.
Follow your heart.
So in your name, in your street name now that you've officially tied into your company and the legacy that you're building, you're representing where you're from.
Represent where I'm from, totally. Daiquiri Ward, and I got other business. Like, I've been a businessman since I was 17.
Yeah, didn't you?
I owned property when I was 17.
You got into AC and heating and refrigeration and things like that.
AC, heat. company, started that in 2013. Electrical company, started that with my appliance repair business in 2015.
Are you
So
still doing the vending machine?
vending machine business, yeah, still
You're
strong.
still
in vending.
bringing all of the New Orleans merchandise to your place, and we're loving that.
Correct. So like my success I've been laid a foundation for myself jumping off the post like 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? So, I always had business by myself, but that's to know me. That's why I say like my name is broken up into three, four different parts. It's to know me, to know that.
Right.
So people that's really of Houston coming here after Katrina don't even know. I've been here since '03. You know what I'm saying? I had enough of the city. I did what I needed to do. It's time to go. It's time to move on, growth, and maturity. You know what I'm saying? So I've been here, laid a foundation before they even came here after Katrina. A lot of people don't even know that.
Right. So you're an all-around businessman, successful businessman.
Thank you.
That is surviving a pandemic. I mean, I watched, I went, came and saw all of the changes. It was very frustrating, I would say, to stick with all the guidelines of the city and the government, but he did. I watched as he served people from outside, and you had to have your mask on, and so many people can go in. So you have successfully kept your business alive even during the state of a pandemic. So I commend you for that.
Yeah, my blessings goes out to everybody that's suffering right now, personal and business wise, with this foolishness. It's hard. It's not easy. It's hard on all us.
Yes.
And my business, is really like in the hood area, to where I really feel the effects of monies.
Yeah.
So I thank God that I was able to still not miss a beat during the pandemic. But we go through our ups and downs. For the most part, I'm glad to keep everybody employed.
That is a blessing.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep my staff working.
Yeah, and I think you have a solid team now.
Yeah.
One of the things I also wanted to touch on is what's next for Cle15th? What do you have coming up next? What is some of your new ventures or goals or things that you're working on, and who's coming to perform next at your establishment?
What's next for me? I'm gonna keep that in suspense. I'm kind of like, I like to get to the people. I don't really like to talk much. It ain't even just scared somebody gonna steal your idea. I mean, when you brand it and you have a solid foundation, you're not even worrying about those type of things. Somebody stealing because it's just a duplicate. You're not gonna never be the only one,
Right.
but you can be the only one that can be different. That's what means everything to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep that in suspense. Just stay tuned. We got to get through what we're going through, and then even with the new year coming in of 21, we still gonna be suffering for half that year. So we probably really, as economically wise, we probably don't even bounce back till like summer 21, kind of sort of feeling some kind of relief. But as far as my next event, I had a bad Halloween last year.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a bad Halloween. I spent pretty good amount of money, but it was a flop. And due to something that happened, I ain't gonna speak on it, but we had a situation that happened. But I still just went through with the show, knowing that the people wasn't gonna probably come out due to certain situations.
Okay.
So this Halloween, I just wanted to come back a little harder than I did last Halloween. So performing live at New Orleans Daiquiris, October 31st. Big Freedom.
Wow. You bringing in the twerk queen.
Yeah, I'm bringing in Big Frida. That's the bounce queen.
The bounce queen.
The bounce queen, not the twerk queen.
I stand corrected.
The twerk queen, that's a whole nother category. Matter of fact, we gotta hear from the twerk queen. So, but we gotta talk about that. But I got a surprise guest, which they probably already know, because I'm gonna bring both of the queens together.
Okay.
It's gonna be phenomenal. I don't even know if you even happened before. But it's gonna happen at the Daiquiris, believe that.
All right, first time for everything. I'm not surprised because that's how he's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So Cle did bring my gift,
Yeah.
brought my shirt. I'm
Brought
going to
your-
have my official.
Brought you a little stamp. You know, you get stamped from the wall. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, get stamped. You got the tag on it. Little price. Don't worry about the little price.
Oh, yeah. New Orleans Zachary Ward. So y'all know, y'all going to see me in there.
Officially stamped. You know, I got it a little big because, you know, you do the little, make it like a little gown type
Look
thing.
at that.
You know?
Period. I love it.
No leggings needed.
I will have to put my little pink touch on this, guys. You guys will see me in this.
Right.
And then we have one more surprise for you, guys. This is a very special show today because I'm interviewing Cle because of his success here in the city, but Cle is also my friend. Cle is like a brother to me. And I respect him as a businessman, and I love him like a brother.
You know, when we first met?
met?
Remember when we first met?
You know what? I can't even, I don't know if I'm getting old or what, but I can't even remember.
We first met at the Blue Door.
At the Blue Door.
Yeah, you was cooking.
Exactly. I had Narika's Kitchen inside the Blue Door for those that don't know.
Yeah, when we first met, man.
First met.
Yeah, we've
And been
cool
tight ever since.
That's crazy, man.
Ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys, we got another surprise for you. We have a special guest here today. And when we come back, you'll get to see who that is. And you're also going to get to see what Cle is having for dessert from Chef Nurika.
Stay tuned.
Peace out. Right, so we got beignets for dessert. I did a king cake sprinkle on them just because we so New Orleans here.
So, you look good.
So yeah, I want you to taste that. Let me know what you think.
It's delicious.
Okay, awesome. So before we wrap up, we're gonna talk about who's the special guest that you brought, Cle.
Very special guest, became a very good friend of me, and me is to her in our lives. It was a lot of behind the scenes thing, you know, in my early promotion. So it was like, you know, I was booking these artists, you know, through affiliate, and you know, these artists didn't know where things was coming from or whatever. So this guest here, I actually booked a couple of times, you know, years ago for the first time, and brought her down, actually to the, you know, the Blue Door or whatever. Okay. And ever since then, we go back and forward. And then when I came into my own arena, I actually reached out to start booking her again, and became one of my top favorites, you know, for bringing, you know, so much creativity and legendary to our culture, you know, the city, and the bounce industry.
Okay.
You know, if I'm mistaken, you know, she laid foundation with bounce in '94. You know, like I said, you know, even in my position, what's originated can't be duplicated.
Correct.
So that's the same thing with this special guest. You know, what's originated can't be duplicated by no one. That she's laid a foundation for, far as, you know, the bounce, and also being my favorite, the twerk queen. So we gonna bring out Cheeky Black.
Cheeky Black, y'all, is in the
Well,
H-Town.
Cheeky Black is in the H. How y'all doing?
How you doing,
Hey,
honey?
girl. It's your girl.
You dig?
Why you up here looking like this?
Don't
So
start that
what
shit.
you got going on, Cheeky, here in
Everything.
Houston?
If you ain't working, you ain't working. Everything going on. It's really real with the business. You heard me?
Okay.
Looking forward to meeting up with these other queens and queenettes.
Right? Like I was telling y'all.
Okay,
shit,
okay.
That's my special guest for Halloween. We gonna
Wow.
do a welcome to Cheeky, welcome to Houston,
With
Cheeky Black.
Yeah. You
So
already know.
that's gonna be epic, guys, and I'm going to be
We
there.
bringing the
And I see you and really that. Really? Knowing I'm the one that do the bounce, and I'm the one that birthed the twerk. Let's just put that
All
out
in
there.
one. Shit.
All into one. But
That's undisputed, guys. That's undisputed, Miss Cheeky Black.
congratulations,
Thank
all your
you.
celebrities.
Thank you,
You
Chef.
heard me? I just love the way you whistle with your little, you know, that's a Thais flower. Huh?
Yes.
Mhm,
Yes,
that's
yes,
it.
yes.
Yeah,
Did you all
so-
notice?
Go
I have
ahead.
my artist Thais' flowers
Shut up.
where she blooms on purpose, where we're all blooming on purpose.
Of course.
Go
But
to
I
her,
just stay strapped 'cause I'm
website.
black, you know me.
Oh Lord.
I'm winning.
Miss Afrocentric, she has her
I got to keep
Afrocentric
it,
going
you know,
on.
I gotta
She gotta
keep
keep
it
it
out.
black, cheeky black.
It is what it is. So,
All right,
y'all
Cheeky.
sipping and dipping.
Yes,
You
Cle.
ain't had none of your beignets, you done went all the way to New Orleans, come back with the beignets, still hot, and you still ain't hitting
Got
it.
some lemon water for y'all.
You know I love water. I'm a waterholic, so what's
So
up?
Cheeky, what's next for you down here in Houston?
Well, Cheeky is blending over into the rap side. You know, I'm gonna need that bounce for the New Orleans, but it's time for me to come, you know, with the hard hitters.
So you gave birth to your baby, you birthed Bounce, and now you're leaving it to have a life of its own.
Well, you know, when you birth something, they grow. So they grow and grow and they grow. So you know, my son is 30 now, so he has grown. So I had birthed that when I birthed my son.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Pimp Daddy.
Pimp
I
Daddy.
gotta give shout out. I always gotta pay homage. And those that came before me, Juicy, you know, all y'all.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Cicely.
peace, Juicy.
But of course, I mean, I feel like I can do that. Cause see, everybody else wanna do that, and a part of Cheeky is in everybody bounce song.
Yeah.
They had to get the. Let me get that out. You know, the CD with
Let
the
me get
finger
that out,
waves.
child. Let me get that
You know,
out,
when I had the finger waves
child.
like this, yeah, they had to get that CD to even get the instrumental, but I ain't gotta worry about that part. So now I'm going for the big dogs.
So you're doing something new now,
I'm
which I'm
doing-
sure we're gonna love as much as we love everything else, Cheeky.
I'm doing well seasoned things, like you season your, you know. I'm doing well seasoned things. So
Okay.
you know, in the game, it's time for me to flip mode. Everybody can't flip mode because they just stuck in the box.
Right.
But I just don't.
Stagnant.
Yeah, but they just, you know, I'ma say box. I'ma talk New Orleans because I'm real hood. I'm from the Ninth Ward. He's from the 15 on his belly out, but
And I'm from the Ninth Ward as well.
You can tell you home. You
Shit.
ain't good, huh?
Nigga busting out buttons and shit.
Busting at the seams.
Shit, I'm glad it's the top and not the bottom.
Leave that turkey neck down there. We don't want no turkey neck, Bob, some neck bone, but we don't do pickle tips.
Woo.
No blood pressure.
All right. So guys, again, you all can catch up with Cheeky on Halloween at Cle's spot.
October 31st, we got the twerk queen in the building.
Come over there and look. Twerk something.
You gotta twerk something real with it.
Go ahead, say it, Cheeky.
You gotta twerk something if you're real with it. I'm a real authentic bitch, deal with this. I'ma leave that alone. But I appreciate you making me a guest special.
And I appreciate you coming, baby.
You're not
This is
sure,
a
but
first,
special.
and I love you,
Special.
Cheeky.
I love you too. You know, we go way back to
We
school
argue
days.
and fight like sisters, but this is my dog, y'all. I love her and respect everything that she's done for the city, so y'all better do the same.
Y'all already know what it is. Bitch, I don't even know my guy catch you at your concert. But I don't know.
Like that.
Bye.